Hey guys, and welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today I'm going to be doing a book review on Donovan by Bernice McFadden. And I spoke briefly about this in my September wrap up, but I knew I wanted to do a full review on this because one, this is a really good example of having a book on your bookshelf for a few years, and it's that gem, it's that book that really touch you in a certain way that you will never forget. It's one of those memorable read and a really good storyline that was well written that you just have on your shelf and not realizing it. So with that said, let me start off by saying this is a complicated love story. That's my dog, guys. This is a complicated love story about two individuals, and it's infused with a lot of generational trauma, things that happen from each generation, and how complicated those things can affect their relationship, affect how they love, and but in different ways. And you see how in this story how things can be similar, things can happen to individuals, but how they feel about their body and how they feel about sex and how they feel about loving somebody can be totally different. In this case, we have a female character, Campbell, and she is a young girl that grew up seeing her mother fighting for a man that didn't love her, the way she wanted to be loved, and didn't treat her the way she needed to be treated. And while all the focus of her mother is on her father, she did not give her the proper nourishment you want from your mother. So her idea of love and things that happened to her is different. She became a mother at a young age in a very really difficult way, but it didn't stop her from wanting more. It didn't stop her from wanting education, wanting to pursue other things. And she also saw her friend who did not get a good end game in terms of the father of her child, and how she perceived love to be, and how it affected her. And even all that, she still had the desire to be in love, to love someone. And then you have a male character who was traumatized at 9, and it never was discussed. It was something private that he held on to for many years. And you see how that can change him, can make his mind question his body, his sexuality, question everything that he should feel, and also how his relationship with his grandmother, his relationship with his mother, his father, and how he sees that, and see how influential people can be, putting their hurt, their experience from the past onto the next generation, and it just continue and continue and continue. Now, I really liked that Bernice McFadden did this story in a way where it's not a fairy tale. It's not this super happy ending that you crave in stories that deal with the matters of the heart. It deals with it in a realistic way where you question people who come in your life, and you wonder how much of their past do you know, how much of the things that influence them, and how they are able to love may have caused by other things that happen to them that you will never know. And you see this in the story. You see how a character can really be haunted by the past, and you never know, because they may put on a certain face to you. They're able to make you smile. They're able to make you fall in love with them, and feel this certain passionate thing for them that you will never be able to get rid of. And you see this in this character, and you want to feel like you want to feel a certain kind of bitterness in terms of that individual. But then when she writes it and you're in the mind of that character, you approach it different. But let's say in reality, if this was real life, would you even look at that the same way? You probably wouldn't. You probably think this person is the worst thing ever, and how wrong of that person. And but you get to a glimpse in their mind, and it makes you really even think of your own self in terms of people you've encountered in your lifetime, and you wonder how they couldn't love you the way you wanted to be loved, and how they themselves didn't even love themselves the way they should be. You question all of that when you read in this, and this is the kind of story that it's you know it's well done, because you can still ponder over it, you know, days later, and it makes you dig up even your own situation and think of so many things about love and about complication, and how people have baggages that goes on for many generations, and you yourself have your own baggage, and how are you able to set it aside and let love happen, and let love take over all of that. It's a tough one, you guys, but this book really took me there. It really gave me this feel of sadness, and this feel of you know, what if, and the possibility, and of really putting yourself out there when you getting to know someone, really wanting to dig and really invest in someone else, and hoping that their baggage is enough for you to deal with, and doesn't affect your relationship, but you can still love that person, if that makes sense. But this is such a good story. I'm so glad I read it. I know a lot of people enjoy this. I know a lot of people struggle with the ending, but it is the ending that you need, because everything is not a fairy tale, and every love story don't end the way you want it to. And it also had that realistic take, because there's a lot of Donovans out there, not necessarily dealing with this particular trauma, but other kind of trauma that prevent them from loving the way they should love or want to be loved. So I love this. I think it was really good, and I am really appreciating that we have gems like this out there, and definitely pick this up. Bernice McFadden is an amazing author, and she really can write those stories that feel so realistic, but also can pack a punch with the trauma that it's hard to read, but it's that necessary read, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. If you can't tell, go pick it up, add this to your list, and if it's already on your shelf, get it off that damn shelf and read it. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.